Hello, good evening. Welcome back to yet another session after a month's break, to another session of AMA. So these sessions happen, ask me anything sessions happen every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Live on my YouTube channel. So I generally talk about a topic, about 5-10 minutes, and then it's open to questions. You can ask me questions pertaining to the topic which we had spoken or any other topic, and if I know the answer, I'll be most happy to answer your questions. Okay, so today we are here with another topic, and today it's a different topic altogether. The 4 quadrants of treatment. Oh, there's a spelling mistake there. Okay, it's 4 quadrants for a treatment. If a treatment has to be successful, you have to have, we call that the Chatushpada. 4 things are very much necessary for a treatment to be successful. We are going to go through what Astanga Hridaya basically says about the 4 padas, the Chatushpadas. Okay, so let's start. There, the quadrants. Okay, Chatushpada in Astanga Hridaya. It means 4 limbs. You have to have 4. So if for a table to stand balanced properly, you have to have 4 legs, right? Likewise, for a treatment to be really good, you have to have the 4 limbs, and we'll see what those 4 limbs are. Okay, it's according to Astanga Hridaya. I've written the shloka over there. Vishak Dravyani Upasthata Rogi Pada Chatushtayam. Pada Chatushtayam. Chatushtayam means 4. Pada means leg. Okay, so you have to have 4 limbs for a treatment to happen really well. And look at the 4 limbs. Vishak, Dravya, Upastha, and Rogi. Vishak, you have to have the physician or the doctor. Okay. Dravya is something you have to give him some medicine. 2. Third is Upastha. Upastha is the caretaker or the caregiver, however you may call it. Somebody in local language in India, we also call bystander. Somebody who stands by the patient, who helps the patient out with a lot of things. And then Rogi. Definitely without the patient, you can't do any treatment. So if these 4 things are there, then only a treatment will happen. Okay, so Chikitsasya Nirdishtam. Nirdishtam means has been specifically told. So these 4 things have to be there for a treatment to happen properly. Now, why is this very important? Because all these 4 things, Vishak, Dravyam, Upastha, and Rogi, each person has been 4 qualities have been attributed for each of these 4 quadrants. That is what makes it important. So you have got 4 things that has happened, and each thing also has 4 qualities. If these 4 qualities are there, then only a doctor becomes a good doctor if these 4 qualities are there. If 4 qualities are there, that makes the medicine superior. If 4 qualities are there, that makes a caretaker superior. And if there are 4 qualities, then that makes a Rogi also a better Rogi. We'll go through that. Okay. Now, Chikitsidasya Nirdishtam. This has been mentioned for Chikitsa. What? Chikitsidasya Nirdishtam Pratyekam. Each and every one. Pratyekam Tat Chaturgunam. Okay. Each pada. Vishak has got 4. As I said, each pada has got 4 qualities. And if these 4 qualities are there, then it becomes. How do you say that a doctor is good? Okay. If the doctor possesses all these 4 qualities, we'll go through that. Okay. There. Vishak or a physician, if he has got all these 4 qualities, it's called Dakshas Tirthartha Shastrartho Drishta Karma Shuchir Vishak. Okay. Daksha. Okay. Tirthartha Shastrartho Drishta Karma and Shuchi. These are the 4 qualities. Daksha, we call that Samartha. Samartha means he is capable. That means capability is very important. He is capable of doing what is necessary. That means his yukti is very fast. He is very sharp on doing the right thing at the right time. Okay, that is what is very important for a physician. Daksha. Then Tirthartha Shastrartha. Tirthartha means just like, you get a tirtha from a temple, the holy water. So whether he has got it from the right source. Okay, the Shastra has come from the right source. Has he gone to a very good college? Has he been trained under a good guru or a good teacher, a good doctor for him to become really good? So he is samartha, he is very smart at doing things. Has he been trained properly? Next is drishta karma. What do you mean drishta karma? Drishta karma means drishta means experienced. Karma is he has gone through proper training. Practical knowledge. Does he have practical knowledge? Is very important. That means he's gone theoretically, yes. From the right source, he's learned a lot of theoretical things. Has he also the practical knowledge? Shuchi. Shuchi is very important. Shuchi is cleanliness. Okay. Cleanliness is not only he takes a shower, no germs. That's one part of it. Internally. So when a doctor, we call it Trikarana Shukti. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. When his thought, his speech, and his actions have to be clean. Okay. Both internally and externally, he is extremely clean. That means he is not somebody who has got hidden agenda when he gets into treatment. His main focus is, yes, I have to see that at any cost. Whatever is best for the patient, I have to do. Got that, right? So if these four qualities are there, if one is missing, that makes a doctor inferior. So these four qualities have to be there for a physician to be superior. Look around you, see for doctors who have got this, then they are really good. So after Bishak, you have to look at medicines. Okay, Dravya. How come a medicine becomes superior? We'll get into that. Dravya. Bahukalpam bahukunam sampannam yogyam aushadam. Okay, it's all Astanga Hridaya. Okay, Bahukalpam. Kalpa means, decoction is a kalpa. For example, if you make a decoction, it's a kalpa. If you can make an oil, it's a kalpa. If you can make a pill, these are all different kinds of kalpas, different kinds of preparations. If probably one herb, okay, for example, I can take bala. Okay, if bala can be made into a kashayam, bala can be made into an oil, bala tailam, bala can be made into a ghee, bala ghritam, bala can be made into an arishtam, bala arishtam, it can be made into a pill, bala gutika. That herb is superior because you can actually make it into different kinds of formulations. Hope you're able to understand that. Okay, bahugunam, many qualities. That means, how do I put it? So for example, if you look at the modern aspect, if a person has got fever, you will have Tylenol, paracetamol, so many crocin, so many medicines which can be given for fever. That means if you look at the spoke of a wheel, the center is the disease, and you have got so many medicines that can be given for the fever. Okay, but in Ayurveda, it's the other way around. It's the same spoke. If you look at a herb, say for example, how do I put it? Guduchi. Okay. In modern, fever is in the center. Here it is Guduchi which is in the center. Guduchi can be given in different conditions. Guduchi can be given in fever. Guduchi can be given in cough. Guduchi can be given in as a rasayana. Guduchi can be given. So, one herb, if it can be given in different conditions, that makes that herb superior when compared to other medicines. So that's what makes it Bahukalpam, Bahugunam. Sampannam. Sampannam is very important. Okay, you can't say, and in the seventh hill of the Himalayas, on the fourth slope, on that tree, on the fifth branch, there is one fruit which is the medicine for this. It is practically impossible to go that far and pick all those things and do treatment. If that is some available in plenty, available everywhere, okay, sampannam, available, then that makes it superior. Otherwise, it's a rare thing which you can probably, in the bottom of the ocean, you take that and come, that will be the medicine. It is not practically possible. So it should be sampannam. Then yogyam. Okay, yogyam means that should be the apt one. It should not be something, for the roga, for the disease, or for the season. It should be there. Plus, it's not something which has been putrefied or, it's been old expiry date thing. No, it should be the right one. Okay, so Bahukalpam, Bahugunam, Sampannam, Yogyam, Aushadam. If any of these four is missing, that medicine cannot be considered to be a superior medicine. Okay, so next is what? Upastha. Upastha, or the person who stays with the patient. Look at this. It's very interesting. Okay. Anurakta Shujir Daksho Buddhiman Paricharaka. Two things are common. Shuchi and Daksha, which we saw for the doctor, is again applicable for the person who takes care of the patient. Okay, Shuchi is again clean. He should not have any hidden agenda when he's taking care of the patient. Okay, if I take care of him, probably he might give me his property or he'll give me some gift or something. That feeling should not be there. You should be very clean as far as your thought and action and words go. Okay, Anurakta means somebody who has a lot of compassion. If you look at the word Anu means traveling. Okay, along with Rakta means blood. Generally, we have got the feeling that somebody who is born along with your blood, that means your blood relative will have a lot of compassion, which I don't know nowadays whether the son has got more compassion to the father or somebody else might have. We don't know. But somebody who has got compassion should be taking care of the patient. Then I said Shuchi again. Daksha again, doing what is necessary. We saw that for the physician also. That means he is Samartha. He knows what to do. Okay, he has got that presence of mind also. Buddhiman, he is very, very intelligent. The sense if he listens to some instructions from the doctor, he should be somebody who should be capable enough of putting that in practice. Okay, he should be very intelligent. So these four qualities, if any of these four is quality, he does not qualify to become a good caregiver. Okay, now what? Rogi, very important. The fourth one and the most important one is a patient. Okay, what are qualities a patient should have? Okay, Adhyo rogi bhishak vasho nyapaka satvanapi. Adhyo rogi should be adhya. Adhya means has money. Okay, you don't have to think in a negative way. That means will we not treat poor people? Yes, we do treat. But the thing is that when there is definitely money involved in treatment. If you prescribe a medicine, the patient should have the money to purchase a medicine, or somebody should be there to help him to get that medicines. Nowadays, Adhorogi you have got insurance. That means somebody is there. If you write a medical test or a blood test or something, if the patient doesn't have money to go through the test, it becomes very difficult. Nowadays, you have got insurance backing a lot of things. So Adhorogi is basically taken care of. Okay, that means he should be able to spend that kind of money for him to get the treatment. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Adhorogi, Bhishak Vashya. Vashya means you can have a negative meaning to that also, in the sense control, but it's basically not controlled. Bhishak Vashya, Bhishak means the physician, somebody who trusts the doctor, or who, I don't say who's under the control of the doctor. He takes instructions from the doctor, trusting him. Vashya means who's under his control, basically. So it's somebody who follows instructions from the doctor, not because he said it, because he trusts. That's what Vashya means, because he trusts him. Okay. Nyapaka is somebody who has memory. You tell him to take medicine in the morning, he can't say, Ayyo, I forgot. Okay. Something, Ayyo, I forgot. He can't do. He should be somebody who's got good memory. Then Sattva. This is very, very important. Who has got the physical and mental strength to undergo treatment. If, for example, if there is a boil over here and you say, oh, this has to be cut and he has to remove the pus from it. And if he says he's scared, then probably he can't undergo the treatment. Okay. Or if you have to make him vomit, if he says, I'm very scared, I can't go through treatment, then it becomes tough. So he has to have this Sattva Bala. That means the mental strength. Physical understood, he should also have the mental strength to go through the treatment. So if all these four qualities are there, okay, that means the doctor, the medicine, the caretaker or the caregiver, however you may call that, and the patient. If these four things are there, only we can do treatment. And each person has to have four qualities, which we just went through. Okay. So this is basically about the four quadrant of treatments. If you have got any questions, you can start asking me. Okay, you may ask your questions. Let's start. Tejeshwara, hi. Welcome back. How was your travel? Yeah, thank you. Almost a month away. I was in the US. Yes, travel. It is basically tiring, because I travel from one part of the country to the other part of the country, and then I've had a lot of seminars happening, consultations happening, workshops, and then lot of things have, a lot of activities have. It was slightly tiring, but it was very interesting that you see a lot of different kind of people who are looking forward to applying Ayurveda in their life. It was very nice. Okay, thank you, Tejeshwara. Ambika, yes, thanks a lot. I'm doing really good. Okay, His Grace, everything is going on well. Does refrigerator preserve prana in cooked foods? Okay. Tejasvi, I would say, times have changed. Um, Vegetables, see, normally our ancestors also had their own way of preserving vegetables. Okay, they used to keep it underground. They used to roll it in a sack, a wet sack, so that it doesn't get spoiled too much. And they used to buy fresh vegetables every day and cook. Whatever vegetables they had, they used to roll it and they used to see that it doesn't get spoiled. So they had, with limited thing, they had their own ways of preserving vegetables and all those things. But refrigerator is a game changer. Okay, I would say, with let us be extremely practical here. Okay, food cooked, once cooked, what happens is, if it is kept inside the fridge and it goes through tamas, overnight thing, we say that tamas gets into it and it might not be very good for consumption. But vegetables and all, if you are preserving it in the freezer, or sorry, if in the refrigerator, times have changed. I would say, if you have got some other way of preserving, or I would say the best option is you pluck vegetable fresh from the farm, cook and eat. That is definitely the best thing. Okay. The next best thing is that you have preserved vegetables in the refrigerator. You take it, okay, you cook it and eat it, finish it off. Probably the least best would be the cooked food getting into the refrigerator, bringing it out, cooking, and again eating. Okay, it's your choice now. Was our ancestors' food millets? Tejeshwara, I don't think so, because millets have been mentioned in Ayurveda. Rice also has been mentioned in Ayurveda. It depends from place to place. Where you have got abundance of water, rice grows. Where you have got very little water, millets grow. Millets are called trinadhanya. Okay. It's called shali dhanya. Okay, shali and what do you call trina. So millets basically don't require too much of water. Definitely. So you have to understand that the properties of millets and properties of rice are different. Rice can fatten you more because it grows in water. It can increase nourishment of the body. Millet, since it grows in dry areas, can dry you up more. Okay, I'm not talking about the nutrition or the multivitamin part of any of the millets. I'm telling about general properties of millets. Millets can actually, if you are on the lookout of losing weight, I would say millet would be a better choice than rice. Okay, but millets, I don't say that millet was the only food which our ancestors used to have. No. Good to see you back here. Thank you, Phoenix. If you are from Phoenix, I was in your city for a few days, maybe more than a week. Okay. Thank you, Phoenix. I know that's not your name, but still, Priya, yeah, welcome back. Thank you. I want to know, can Ayurveda reverse diabetes fully in elderly people? It's not about being elderly or young. A couple of factors. It also depends upon how chronic the diabetes is, first thing. And second thing is that how disciplined the person can be. Okay. If it is something which has just started, it can be in young people or elderly people. The diabetes just started and they are ready to put in the effort, I would say yes. Lot of conditions. We have seen a lot of patients where diabetes, we have reverse diabetes. It is not only the Ayurveda, the medicine or the doctor's credit over there. I would say equal credit has to be given to the person who has undergone the treatment. You have to be very disciplined to get it reversed. And you should understand that your diabetes came in not because just one day the sugar came up. No, it's because of your lifestyle, which you were probably leading for the past 15, 20 years, and a lot of stress which you have gone through. A lot of factors have contributed to your condition. So understanding that and avoiding all those factors are also very important. Okay, nidana parivarjanam chikitsa. So let us look into that. Yes, it's not about elderly people, as I said. It should not be extremely chronic, and the person should be ready to go through proper discipline to get it reversed. Okay. Any natural perfume according to Ayurveda? Yes, Tejas, there are a lot of perfumes, a lot of, if you look at the lot of attar and all those things which you see in the market out of this, it's called arka, distillation. Okay. And Ayurveda is one of the first sciences which brought out distillation. And for your kind information, the person, you have got a book called Arka Prakasha. You can make a note of it where they have told about distillation. It's not only about perfumes, it's also about alcohol. Okay, distillation, and the person who's written the book is none other than Ravana Prabhu. Ravana. Okay, so we consider him to be a great physician, even though we people project him as a demon and a bad girl who kidnapped Sita and all those things. That's one part of him. But if you look from an Ayurvedic perspective, he has contributed immensely. Okay, Nadi Vijnana, which the pulse, which all of us learn, is basically Ravana's Nadi. He's the person who's contributed Nadi. He is the person who's contributed distillation. He has contributed a lot of things to different fields, music, the Veena, Rudra Veena is his contribution. So he has done a lot of things, In one part, he is a great person. That's why he's got 10 heads, we call him. It's not a person with 10 heads. He has got 10 different ways of thinking, 10 dimensional, we call that, He was a great person. So perfumes, yes, natural perfumes. You can take it from sandal, you can take it from Devadaru. Lot of things you can take perfumes, Ayurveda has mentioned. What might be the reason that someone would feel tired, disinterested, or lacking joy even when all nutrition profiles are good? Okay, it could be, we don't know. Sometimes, it could, I would say, sometimes your nutritional profiles are many times not, they cannot say a lot of things, can be deceptive. That's what I want to say. Your nutrition values can sometimes be very deceptive. I would say Agni Moolam Balam Pumsam. Okay, if your metabolism is the one that gives you strength. Agni Moolam is the root cause, is Agni. If your Agni is good, that means your digestion. Agni is not only digestion, it basically your digestion, absorption, assimilation. If these three things are really good, that is the reason why your strength comes. So we have got different kinds of Agnis. One is the major Agni, and then you have got the tissues which goes from each tissue to other. So if that Agni is not good or properly taken care of, then there is always a chance of you being low in energy or lack of joy. So it is a situation, sometimes there is a catch situation where, in spite of giving nutrition also, you'll notice that it takes a long time for the person to recover. Okay, and nutritional values, as I said, sometimes might be extremely deceptive. Okay, does soaking peanuts reduce pitta? I'm not very sure about it. Okay, soaking only makes it softer. That doesn't make it lighter. Okay, if you cook anything, when you cook, it makes it easier to digest. So soaking peanuts might not help you, but if you cook the peanut really well, then it will be more helpful than rather soaking it. Does coconut oil increase pitta? In my opinion, no. Coconut oil has got the properties of coconut. It basically reduces vata a little bit. It reduces pitta also, and it increases kapha. It is usually applied when you feel a lot of heat. So it manages, or it pacifies pitta. So millets usually aren't good for dry winter season. Normally speaking, I would say, if you have got a extremely dry body, okay, and your nourishment is not very good, I would not recommend millets as a prescription. But if you are used to having, some people up north are used to having bajra, johar, and ragi and all those things. I don't make too many changes with them. I would say, okay, probably if you're eating that ragi, if you can add a little bit of ghee into it and and have it, that would be better. I don't want them to stop eating what they're used to. But just for nutritional thing, I've seen a lot of people in South India shift to millets, and I've most of them after a point of time they start losing nutrition. I would say stick to what you're used to. Once in a while you can have those, but by and large, eat things what you are used to. Okay, if you're used to having millets always, then I would say it's fine. You can have it, but when it's dry winter season, try to add a little bit of ghee into it, or drink a little bit of milk and all those things to balance it out. What does Ira say about root vegetables? See, root vegetables generally, if you look at the Panchabhuta theory, we have got the Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Prithvi, and Jala. Prithvi and Jala is earth and water. Anything which is under the earth is more exposed or predominantly water and earth. That means they are fattening. Okay, and if you notice, the one taste which has got more of water and earth is Madhura Rasa, sweet. Most of the vegetables which grow under the earth, vegetables, okay, under the earth are sweet, big, and they promote a lot of kapha. So I would say you should know that they are fattening. They're fattening by and large. Okay, so if you want to go for vegetables which are not too fattening, those are the ones which grow on creepers. Like all the gourds, bitter gourd, bottle gourd, snake gourd. All those things are less fattening, and they're predominantly bitter in taste. Okay, so yes, Ayurveda does mention about root vegetables. It's not about being good or bad. You should know what has to be taken in what condition. So many questions, Tejeshwara, one behind the other. Ayurveda does not say about minimum sleep timings. Ayurveda says you sleep really well, and it does not see, in those days you never had the alarm to wake you up. And even now I tell people, you sleeping at 12 o'clock, getting up at 6 o'clock, alarm waking you up is not a good idea. You should get up after you have completed your sleep. That means there is nothing called minimum. I would say whatever sleep hours will actually make you wake up in the morning fresh is your sleep hours. Okay, there's nothing called minimum or maximum. It differs from person to person, season to season, from whatever work you do. Lot of factors are there, but the only thing is that you're sleeping, and if you get up fresh without somebody waking you up, that means your sleep is over. Getting up fresh, that is your time. What can one do to reverse pre-diabetes, especially since we are Indians? Indians are not prone to diabetes more than other people. It is a myth. Okay, just because say that we are people who eat a lot of rice, it is because I basically feel that people are not using their common sense more. Okay, ours is Indians. We have got a very, very old culture, might be thousands and thousands of years. So we are basically people who used to eat a lot of rice. Used to, and people eat even nowadays. So, but if you look at those days, they used to eat a lot of rice, and everything they had to do was physical. If they have to go and get something from the market, they didn't have a two-wheeler or a car to go and get from the market. They had to walk. Okay, so they had to basically use a lot of have to put in a lot of physical activity on a daily basis, and for that they needed a lot of carbs. Okay, but now we don't do so much of physical activity. So why are we eating so much of rice is my first question. That doesn't mean that you should cut your rice off. No, we still need rice for our brain to work, for all our activities to happen. So you should understand that as times change, you can't say my grandfather used to eat so much of rice, so I will also eat. That doesn't make sense, so you have to understand your nature of work. If you're somebody who's working in the field morning till evening, lot of hard labor, you can have all those things and you can digest it. But otherwise, that's the reason why India has become a pre-diabetic, as is people say that, because we are by and large a chapati eater or a lot of carb eating community. We don't use our common sense. I would say you should basically try to understand what kind of work you do, and you should eat according to that. That's all you have to do. Okay, then you can reverse a lot of diabetes. Otherwise, you stick to what you're having, like what your grandfather, great grandfather had, then you can't expect to be healthy. Okay, hope that makes sense for you. How does milk, curd, ghee help in building our human body? You know, curd does not help in building your human body. It little bit, but not too much. Milk, yes. Okay, it is not because of the calcium or the protein. No, milk by and large, okay, has got. If you look at what milk is, it can be from any animal. It is the last byproduct, the nourishment which comes out of the female animal or human being to nourish a little one. Okay, so whatever the mother consumes, it gets digested, and the final product which comes out to support somebody is milk. So you can't compare that to what you call almond milk or oat milk or some other milk. Those are white in color. They are not big. It's not the typical milk kind of thing which you expect from milk. Okay, and milk, the fat part of milk is taken out. Fat, actually you need a lot of fat for your body to build, and that fat is basically clarified. And butter, since you can't, butter is called navanita, since you can't preserve butter for long, you convert that into ghee and use it. Okay, ghee is something which is the best thing to build your agni. And as I said just before, if you have got your agni, you have got your strength, and you can basically build a lot of immunity and resistance. That is where ghee also comes into your life. So milk and ghee is something, if you look at things which you can take regularly, milk is there, ghee is there, curd is not there. Curd is not to be consumed on a daily basis. A lot of restrictions for curd. Which food cleanses colon? No food will cleanse colon, or all food will cleanse your colon. Okay, we are under the myth that you take something can clean the body. Cleaning of the body automatically happens. Okay, if you live a disciplined life, like you are eating moderately food which you are used to in small quantities, okay, on time, and you're sleeping really well, just like I said before, you sleep well and something doesn't wake you up like an alarm, and you are well rested, then what happens? You do exercises moderately. Why wouldn't your colon be clean? Is my question. Okay, you don't have to eat something to build the bacteria, which people say take that to feed your bacteria. You don't have to. If you're living a disciplined life, your bacteria which is supposed to grow, there will grow. Okay, because you are living an erratic life, you don't sleep on time, you late nights, partying, probably alcohol, extremely spicy foods and all those things, and you want your bacteria to survive, so you take curd, okay, you take that probiotic capsules. Those things will never ever work. You just trust that the body has got a mechanism of cleansing the colon or the whole body. It's got a mechanism, okay. You only have to trust it, and you only have to support it. There is no food which will help clean your colon, or only by doing a lot of things you can only block it. You live a decent life, disciplined life, your colon is clean. Any superfood apart from amla and ayurveda? Now I can ask you another question. Who said amla is a superfood? Okay, amla is amla. Okay, it is a rasayani. It is something which can be consumed on a regular basis, just like milk. Ayurveda does not consider. If you look in that way, Ayurveda probably milk would be. If you want to give a superfood, I would say milk is superior to amla, because milk is the only substance which can pacify hunger and thirst at the same time. Go through your list. You will find that's the only thing that can pacify. Natural thing that can pacify hunger and thirst at the same time. If you look at emotions, if the child is sad, milk. If the child is angry, milk. If the child is depressed, milk. It can manage a lot of emotions also. So milk is very good. But amla, let us not categorize things as superfood. You say somebody will say moringa is superfood, somebody will say amla is superfood. There's no superfoods like that. Seasonally, if you eat something on a regular basis, you'll be good. But if you look at non-veg eating people who are eating non-veg, they say mutton is superfood. We can't deny that also. Okay, so things which have been mentioned on a regular basis, if you take moderately, everything is a superfood. Sugar 300 is the sugar count, doctor. Is it possible? Oh, you mean your sugar? Yeah, probably yes. Let us see. Let us go through a consultation and see what happens with you, Priya. Okay, sugar is not the only thing. How much of discipline you can bring into your life is very important. Tejeshwara, best position to sleep is, midam bhuktva shadam japtva gata shadapadam vamabhage shayanascha. Sleeping on the left side is what we say is the best position. Okay, but now let me again bring it to you. After a point of time, when you sleep, you can sleep on the left side. After a point of time, you go cross this side, that side, and all those things don't matter too much as long as that position, if gets you into very good sleep. If you force yourself to sleep on the left side and you don't sleep well, that doesn't make sense at all. Okay, whichever position you are used to and that can put you sleeping so that you get very good rest can be considered as a good position. Kids, you see, how they sleep. Sometimes you'll see they'll be sleeping in an awkward position with the butt up and all. That's okay. As long as they sleep well, it is fine. If you can sleep well in a position, you are blessed. Maintain that position and sleep really well. Okay. Yeah. Most welcome. Can I mix different types of sprouts and eat? Ayurveda does not believe in mixing too many things if you don't know the properties of it. Likewise, Ayurveda is strictly against multigrain, mixing a lot of grains and having. Now you see a lot of multigrain breads, multigrain data, multigrain that. Ayurveda does not belong. Eat one grain at a time. For breakfast, you eat one grain. For lunch, you can eat one grain. For dinner, you can eat another grain. Don't mix all the three and eat at once. Okay. So don't mix sprouts. Have one sprout at a time. Have the next sprout the next day. Why do you want to mix? Cooked food is easy to digest then what is the theory now when it comes to fruits, cooked or raw? If you look at old traditions or cultures, if you look at Europe also, how do they give apple to kids or elderly people? They cook the apple and give. Okay, when you cook the apple and give, it becomes easily digestible. Same thing when you look in Kerala, you have got the banana. Okay, the big banana can be you can have it raw. You can also cook and eat it. You can also roast and eat it. So when you cook, it becomes easily digestible. So anything, even fruit also, if you cook and eat, it becomes easily digestible. But certain fruits you cannot cook. That's okay. Okay. But you should understand that anything, two things, okay. One is cooked and one is uncooked. Cooked thing is basically lighter compared to its uncooked counterpart. That's all you have to understand theoretically. If you can cook, it becomes, some fruits cannot be cooked. That's okay. Guava you can cook and eat. Jackfruit you can cook and eat. Mango people cook and eat, so that it becomes lighter and easily digestible. Kamalnath. Tail? Oh, okay, oil. Tail. Okay, I thought what tail? Okay. Normally, I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to comment. I'm not 100% sure whether people add jaggery during the extraction of oil. But what my knowledge goes is no, you don't have to do that. If you are adding jaggery, then there might be some reason why they're adding jaggery, probably to extract more from that. But till oil without jaggery, in my opinion, would be a better option, because jaggery, when added, it changes the property of til ka til. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure whether everybody adds jaggery. That's information for me. Okay, I have to check that. Okay, whether jaggery is being added to extract oil, during the extraction process. Okay, but if it is there, I would say not very good. Is artificial light bad? Anything in excess is bad. Look at the time right now. It is 9:40 p.m. in India, and look at the bright light which is on my face from everywhere. But by and large, as the sun sets, you see that all animals, and that's the reason why humans have got more sight issues than animals which live in the dark, okay, which are exposed to darkness. So as the sun sets, I tell most of my patients who have got issues, I tell them. Otherwise, also, at home I follow. If this class is not there, what I do is we have got a dimmer. We dim the light slowly. It's always good for you to dim the light a little bit and let you know your house. You know what things are there everywhere. Dim light actually helps you, your eyes, your skin, and all those things to function better. Because bright light is not only for the eyes, it's also for the skin. That's why the moment you wear dark glasses and go out in the sun, okay, your eyes, eyes open up really well because it's protected. So when the eyes are opening up well, the skin does not know that it is exposed to bright light. Okay, burning happens more. So if you remove your glasses when you go out in bright light, your eyes, your pupil, okay, what do you call, contracts a little bit. Then immediately skin knows, oh, it is hot out there. It also takes precaution. So getting exposed to too much of bright light is not very good. Even during the day, especially at night, you should dim it. You should dim it as much as possible. 6 days in Ayurveda. So these 6 days in an Indian thali, what would be included? Example, please share with. It depends upon which region you are from. If you're from South India, 6 days are sweet, sour, salt, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Okay, so you see, normally we start with sweet, and sweet here doesn't mean sweetened like laddu, jalebi, payasam. That's not what we mean. Sweet is naturally sweet. Rice is sweet, dal is sweet, ghee is sweet. So normally we start with that. Okay, and then you can add a little bit of sambar if you're adding that is spicy and sour. Okay, then slowly, by the end of the meal you can end with buttermilk, which is astringent or kashaya rasa. So you have to work out in your own way, and I would say eating a meal with all the 6 tastes is considered to be a balanced meal. And the moment you focus on having food with all the 6 tastes, mostly by and large, you will get all the nutrition, most of the nutrition which you need for a healthy living. Okay. Okay. I was also missing it, and I found it very difficult to take this class when I was in the US because, 9 o'clock here is about 11:30 in the morning in New York when I'll be in a session. So I found it very difficult to adjust. Okay, now that I'm back, we'll have these sessions. Okay. Does presence of ama make pacifying aggravated doshas difficult? I read about sama dosha recently. Yeah, ama is basically undigested things which have been accumulated over a period of time and circulating in the body. And the moment it gets attached to the dhatus, okay, to this, it starts getting fixed and it gets into the tissues. It is called sa-ama. That means sa-ama, with the ama. So tissues are also with ama. So you have to get it out of the system. So until and unless you don't get those things out of the system, your normal harmony and balance cannot be reached, Kamalnath. And what you have read is right. My son has stopped using milk products. He has become vegan. He says using it, doing injustice to animals because milk is for offsprings and not for humans. Ambika, I don't want to comment on that because it is a different movement altogether. You can't, that doesn't make milk bad. Okay. So basically the way you extract milk and how much of injustice you are doing to the animals is a different topic altogether. Okay, because we have got cow at home and we have got a calf at home. So normally what happens to the calf is not starved. Okay, so we don't completely take milk from the cow. Okay, the cow has got 4 teats. Normally we feed the calf first. Okay, and after that, what we do is we take milk only from 2 teats, and the 2 teats are left for the calf, and that is more than enough for the calf. Okay, when the calf keeps drinking, the mother keeps on producing milk. So the calf is not starved by and large because we do it at home. Industrially, yes, I do understand that a lot of hormones are being injected, chemicals are being, a lot of things are happening. Okay, so there are a lot of reasons why cruelty to animals, people are shifting from using animal products. I respect that, but that doesn't mean that milk is bad. Okay, probably the source might not be the right source. Okay. Yes, I do understand there is always a chance. Which is the best utensil material to cook? According to Ayurveda, the best utensil you can use is Tejasri. If you can buy one, I will also. I want you to buy one and gift me. Okay, if that is possible for you. Ayurveda says to store water or to drink water or to eat food. Okay, cooking, not cooking, or for all these things, gold is the best. Okay, if not gold, silver is also good. Okay, copper is also good, but copper might not be very good for cooking. Earthen pot is also very, very good. Okay, but nowadays, you notice that stainless steel, I would say I would say stainless steel is not a bad thing. But it might not contribute anything to the food. It might not adversely affect the food also, because it is iron which has been, it is stainless steel. It doesn't react basically. Lot of other metals, they react. Brass is very good, which we get in Kerala, from which we make lot of things. It doesn't react at all. Brass is good, or steel is also good. If you can afford gold, nothing like it. I've also seen versions of sesame oil without jaggery. Okay, so I think probably you can go for the one without jaggery. Even with fruits when cooked are better for our stomach. Never knew that before. Yes, so the principle is very simple, Priya. Once cooked, see, cooking happens here also. Once cooked is easily cookable. Simple. Okay, salad, people think I had a light salad. Salad cannot be light. If you want to eat that salad, I would say steam cook that salad and eat it. It is lighter than the uncooked salad. Hope you're able to understand that. Okay. Could be Kamalnath, you try. See, in Ayurveda, there is something called Upashya and Upashayam. Even in treatment, okay, trial and error. Kamalnath, you try to source, okay, you see, Phoenix, I don't know what his name is. Phoenix was mentioning that you also get oil, you get oil without jaggery. So try using that and see if you get a cold or sinus. And then you have to do your own trial and error, and then you have to decide. Okay, I always tell people, don't trust the experts too much. Like doctors like us, don't trust them. The sense, not that we are going to misguide you. We only make assumptions and things from what you tell us. You are somebody who has to be in tune with your own body and try to understand small changes, what I make, what changes are happening in my body. And I would say that is the biggest thing you can do to yourself. Doctor, when you go to him, he can write a few prescriptions. That's your classwork. You go home and do your homework and try to be in tune with your body and nature and see what is happening. Does that make sense to you, Kamalnath? Do it and try to find out. Okay. So slowly we are coming to the end of the session. It's almost 50 minutes now. Oh my God. Is there a preferred order to eat food, like sweet food? Yes. They say, Madhura, Amla, Lavana, Katu, Tikta, Kashaya. Okay. So you start with Madhura. Okay, says start with Madhura. Okay, simple thing. Start with sweet. It's not the sweet, as I said, it's not the sweetened foods, not laddu, jalebi, paisam, or pastries, or no, those are not what we mean by sweets. Naturally sweet things. Okay, as I said, rice is sweet, wheat is sweet, dal is sweet, ghee is sweet. So you start with that and you end with buttermilk or something. Okay, that is kashaya rasa. And in between you can have spicy food. So having sour and salt in between, the middle, is the best thing, because that will again kindle your agni, so that it will help your food digest better. For better digestion, have sour and salt in the middle. So start with sweet, end with spicy, and astringent like buttermilk. Middle have sour and salty foods. Okay. Is fasting the supreme medicine? No, fasting has not been advised for most people. Most people consider Langhanam to be fasting. Langhanam is not fasting. Okay, Upavasa is fasting. Langhanam is Brahmanam yad brahatvaya Langhanam Laghavaya yat. Laghavaya means you are going legu, you are going low on your diet. In the sense, you probably might go on a semi-solid soups or rice kanji or something which is easily digested. That is Langhanam. Okay, don't consider fasting as Langhanam. Langhanam Paramaushadam, people talk that, okay, that is not fasting, that is Upavasa. And lot of people are not in this age, 2025, this age, lot of people, I would say at least 80% of people are not fit for fasting. Okay, because of their lifestyle. So fasting is not supreme medicine. Langhanam, probably you going down, will help you recover. That's why it says it is very good. Okay. Does non-veg include in 6 days? Yes, non-veg is something which Acharya does not say don't eat. Acharya does not say eat also. If you're used to eating non-veg, eat. Okay. And there are certain non-veg food which Acharya has recommended that you can have on a regular basis. So if you are somebody who is eating non-veg, I just came up with this video a few days back. That if you're somebody who is used to eating non-veg, eat non-veg. For somebody who is used to eating only vegetarian, don't shift to non-vegetarian for nutrition. Okay. So everything included 6 days. Okay. How to increase Agni? Just see, just by doing 1 or 2 things, your Agni will not go up. Agni is basically a result of you being balanced in your day-to-day life. If you're in your Dinacharya or in your Ritucharya, in your daily day-to-day life or your seasonal things, if you are balanced, Agni's natural tendency is to be good only. Okay, Phoenix. It is tendencies to stay good because of all the activities we do. Only it goes here and there. Okay, so you don't have to do too many things to get your Agni up. You only have to be slightly disciplined to get your Agni up. If your Agni is really poor, that means you are diseased or your balance has gone haywire. Then I would say there are different ways in which you can get your Agni up. That, in my opinion, if you can consult a good doctor, that would be the best thing if your Agni is really bad. Otherwise, people drinking wine, you have seen people drinking wine. Drinking wine will help your Agni go up. Okay, drinking whatever jeera water or drinking dry ginger, sont water, shunti, chukwalam we call that. That also will help your Agni go up. So a lot of things can be done to get your Agni up. So if you can consult somebody, I think that should be good. My thali with 6 I can visualize in my lunch, but for dinner I doubt I can bring in all the stage. That is okay. Don't worry at all. Don't focus too much on don't measure your food. I would say the 100 grams protein, 20 grams, 15 grams. It is not, we are not doing mathematics here. Okay. When you say pathyam, food, patyahara, patyam manasapriya, you should feel good about eating food. So a lot of times, when you ask people, what food are you eating? I'm eating healthy food. But they're not enjoying what they're eating. They think it is healthy and they're eating it. If you don't enjoy, your body will not absorb a lot of things. Okay. So you don't have to be too worried whether you're getting the 6 days in the evening or not. Don't worry too much. Eat normally, sleep normally, do a little bit of exercises. You are going to be healthy. Body knows what to take from what you're eating. Okay. Do you want to meet me personally? Yes, once in a month I am in Chennai, or other days I am in Kerala, in Cochin. You can meet me, no issues at all. You can fix up a slot. If you are on Instagram, you can send me a direct message. We can coordinate and then we can definitely catch up. Okay, no issues. Kamala, I remember we discussed about having brief Ayurveda theory class after you. You caught me, you stumped me. Yes. We can have a theory class and I have to work on that probably by the beginning of next year, Jan or Feb. We are coming up with a course, 5-day. I'm thinking of 5 days, might be an hour and a half every day, Monday through Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Might be roughly I've got in my mind, might be 6:30 to 8 or 7 to 8:30, 1.5 hours. So we'll go through the basics of Ayurveda. Okay, it all depends upon how many people are going to sign up. If we can do that, we can go through a proper course, basics of Ayurveda. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Don't worry, not Swarna Bhasma dosage size. No, I was just joking. Okay. So people say, copper glass is the best for drinking water. Yeah, copper glass is good if you can't afford a golden. They say gold, silver, and then copper and all the other metals come later only. But everything gold is the best. Even if you're eating, they ask you to eat from a golden plate, which might not be possible, but fine. Okay. So great. And so I will see you next week, same time with another topic. Till then, namaste and good night.